Nobody want to say hi? You're all shell-shocked. Give me an indication if you can actually hear me. Oh, there's somebody. Cecile Marie, thank you. Over to you.
Okay, hi doctor, hi everyone. My name is Cecile Marie Meyer. I teach at Centurion Academy in Centurion in nature management, so it's almost like conservation management, but a bit more with wildlife.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You actually, somebody's got his camera on. George, well done. For some reason, my camera does not want to switch on tonight. Hi, George. Are you going to introduce yourself quick? Okay, we lost George. Malika, is it Malika? Malika, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Hi, good evening. Can everyone hear me? Hello?
Yep, I can
hear you.
Hi. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Malika Majid. I am a project coordinator at AfriTraining Institute. I also occasionally facilitate for them as well. Yeah, so that's me in a nutshell.
Okay, thank you. And is your name, is it Malika? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
It is Malika, so just like rolls off the
Malika.
tongue.
Okay,
Yes.
Malika. All right. Nice to meet
Dr.
you.
Shani, if I may also
Yes.
just say something, I'm experiencing real technical difficulties, so I won't be able to present at this current moment. My laptop is doing updates. I'm looking at it now, so I'm joining in from my phone.
Please don't worry. Really, this is very informal, I'm not going to put pressure on anyone because just like everyone else, life happens, eh? Life happens in between
Yeah,
your plans and
and
yeah. So no, please don't worry about that. All good.
so
All
goes.
good.
All the work is also on the PC. So yeah.
Yes. No, that's all good. Okay, and I
Thank
see Frank
you.
has got his hand up. Thanks, Malika. Nice to meet you. Frank?
Hi, good evening, Shani. Good evening, everyone. I teach the higher certificate in commercial photography at the Stellenbosch Academy of Design and Photography. And shout out to my colleagues. There's a couple of colleagues also on the program. So that's Vanessa, Vanna, and Gareth. So team effort. Thanks very much.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so it's a whole group going there. That's awesome. Interesting field of lecturing. That's definitely something, that sounds really creative and exciting. Thank you, Frank. Who else? I have no video, no sound. George, can you at least hear us though? Okay, there's lots of chats going on here. Oh, there's a WhatsApp group going. Okay, so George, you can hear. That's good. That's good. As long as you can hear from this side. If I can just hang on. All right. Doctors and colleagues, I'm Yatika. You're really excited about this class. Oh, you can type. Great. Frank, are you still wanting to say something, or is that an old hand? Old hand. Okay. Evandri. Ooh, you're gonna have to help me here.
Not a problem. It's actually quite easy. You can call me Eve. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Dr. Stain.
Evening,
Yeah, so
Eve. Evening, Eve.
my full name, as reflected on Learn, is Evenri, but yeah, everyone calls me Eve. I'm actually the campus head at the IE's Varsity College Pietermaritzburg campus, and really excited to be on this program and to experience being a student, so being on the other side, of the teaching and learning process.
Okay. Oh, you're no pressure. And I see there's quite a couple of PhD people on this as well. So sure, yeah, no pressure. Luckily, I'm just the tutor, so I don't really have to know everything.
I know.
But it's nice to meet you, Eve. That's awesome.
Please do not feel
That's awesome.
intimidated. I'm here to learn and grow.
Great. No, as we all are, Thank you so much for introducing yourself. Who else is feeling brave to do that? And thanks for putting on your camera. I have no idea why mine doesn't want to work now. It has been working Murphy's Law forever, and now suddenly I just can't get the thing switched on. I know that they also did updates on my laptop yesterday, but I don't think that would have affected the camera. But anyway, okay, who else? Yeah, these gremlins. I don't know. It's everything works fine, when you're not actually supposed to be presenting, and then everything goes crazy. George, has a science degree in the old days. Now he's doing postgrad, lives in Centurion. Another Centurion person. I went to school in Centurion, but that's a lifetime ago. So that was when it was still called, the old Verwoerdburg, as the Afrikaans people say. So yeah, that was a very long time ago. So yes, I know the area well, kind of. Taryn, welcome. Oh, okay. I also go to Verwoerdburg. Great. Yeah, no, that was totally different era then. I try to not think about it too much. If I think of just all the, no. Yes, all the horrible stuff. Gareth, good evening. Yeah, there's still quite a few people joining, and everybody's giving in their cell numbers for a WhatsApp group. I hope, who's keeping track of all of this? Is it Leanne? Are you okay? Otherwise, yeah, all it is in the chat.
I'm definitely not keeping track. I think there's someone
Oh,
else who
okay.
has been.
Well,
definitely not me.
Otherwise, I'll just go through it afterwards, and I'll just add everyone to WhatsApp. I actually do have a list, but I don't think the list I have of your details is actually updated. But I shall try and create a WhatsApp group. Okay, so if you want to pop your number in the chat, I will create the WhatsApp group later. And then, yeah, I think it does definitely help. Good evening. Oh, I'm not even going to try it. Tiamo, Kwamba. Oh, I'm so bad at this, and I don't like mispronouncing people's names. But it's really great to have you all online. And yeah, I'm sure you've all experienced online lecturing and teaching and being on the other side. It's not always the easiest, but let's make the best of it. And this is a really, it's not a complex module at all. If any of you have ever done anything with regards to philosophy or involved with philosophy, whatever, you'll know it's one of those kind of subjects you can really wing it, if you have the gift of the gab and you are good at motivating and, yeah, you're just good with words, I suppose. Oh, I see you have already created a group. Oh, okay, Anka, thank you. Okay, well, it doesn't matter if you already have one, then I think maybe just go ahead and, sorry, I thought it was Leanne that was doing it, but I see it's Anka. Thank you. Yes, Mersha, you have a question, please. Oh, and Claire's got her hand up, so let's listen to Mersha's question, and then Claire, over to you.
Hi everyone. I just wanted to ask, so I joined in late because I went through the VC Learn and then I clicked on the course name and I went through to the collab. But I was on that and then everyone was sending messages on the group to say that we must use a link. So that's how I've connected now. I wanted to ask for future references. Do we only join using that link or do we do it through the VC Learn collab under this module? Thank you.
Okay, that's quite unusual, strange, because that's how I connected to this, is through VC Learn with the collab link that's under the module course. Yeah, I think, did everybody else use the link that's on the module pacer, or yeah, but put it this way, Mersha, I'm not going to be changing the collab link. It's going to be the same link for the whole semester. So if you've got that link, just save it and you can just use that every time. Okay, so you got it on the module pacer. Yeah, the link is, yeah, that's strange that it didn't work.
Yeah, so we went first through VC Learn. The process we've done was our lecture on Monday. However, today when we were there was only 4 students, including myself, on it, and it was like going just 2 minutes past 6, and then the message came on the group to find it on the pacer. So just a bit confused, but I will save the link
Oh.
now.
Could it not have been a different module, or was it the APPE module? That's
No,
strange.
it is the
Really,
APPE.
this
Yeah,
module.
Mm.
I
Okay,
was just
I'll go
saying,
and have a look at it.
we just went
If
onto
they,
that Blackboard collaboration, which is what we did on Monday, and there were 2 links there. So I clicked on the first one, and that was the wrong one. So then I
oh,
clicked on the second one, which was the correct one. There just seemed to be 2 opportunities to click.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll go and have a look at that. I'll go and have a look at that. But the link that we're now on now, I want to keep it the same for the whole semester. So, but I'll go and have a look as to why there are 2 links. Claire, sorry, you've been waiting patiently. Thanks,
Hi everyone,
Mersha.
hi Dr. Shani. Yeah, just as I mentioned, I also came through the VC Learn link, but there was 2 there, and it was the second link work. But I
Oh,
have
okay.
a PhD in philosophy, but specifically feminist philosophy. So I'm looking forward to doing philosophy of education and a bit of a different angle. I currently am a researcher at the Free State Centre for Human Rights. But before that, I taught academic literacies at the University of Johannesburg for many years. So I'm looking forward to learning more formally rather than just sort of the less formal training I received at UJ. So I'm very much looking forward to this module and this year. And yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. All right. So maybe we might just be handing over to Claire, for a PhD in feminist philosophy. Yeah, that sounds. Actually, when I read your intro, I was also actually quite intrigued by what you're doing and what you have done. So I think that's fantastic. So thank you, Claire. Thanks for introducing yourself. The weeks of, yes, yeah, that's fine, George. I completely understand. I also know a lot of people haven't got access to VC Learn yet either. So yes, I am recording this. I will be uploading it onto that YouTube channel, which the link is also in the module pacer. Moshe, you have another question? No, is that an old hand? Okay, thank you. And then there's Chlonipa's hand is up. You are going to have to pronounce your name for me, please.
Yes, it's Hlonipa, but you can call me
Chlonipa.
Hloni. Hloni is the shorter version of it.
Chloni. Okay,
Yes.
Chloni. Great.
Yeah,
Welcome.
thank you. So I'm Hloni. I am at Inscape Education Group in Pretoria. I am an instructional designer, and last year I was lecturing in ideation, so ideation design. Yes, thank you.
Okay. I have a niece who's at Inscape here in Cape Town, also in design, graphic design or something. Okay, that's
Oh,
interesting. So it's Chloni.
yeah,
Am I saying
Hloni.
that correctly?
Yeah,
Chloni. Great. Welcome. Nice to
sure.
meet you as well.
Thank
Tamara has put her little blurb in the chat. She's in the pharma industry, BSc in biochemistry. There's actually quite a wide range of experience and yeah, tertiary education in this group. It's amazing. Um, Good evening. I'd like to find out if this class is just an admin lecture or content. Is it Afelele? Afelele? We will be doing some content. Definitely the first learning unit content. I don't go into detail with Afelele. You want to speak? Okay, you ask your question.
Good evening, Dr. Steen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to clarify the pronunciation. It's Apelele.
Apelele. Okay, so of course, yes, it's not an F like in English. Apelele. Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got it. Thank you for
All
that. I
right.
appreciate that because I do text train when I cannot pronounce people's names correctly. So thank you for that. Apelele.
All right, no
And
problem.
really that goes for everyone. If I mispronounce your name, please do not feel that I will take offense or that you'll be rude or anything. Just put up your hand or just shout your name out, please. I really I do not enjoy mispronouncing people's names. So thank you for that. And then we've got Lorato. No, you haven't missed anything important. Is it Joaz? Joaz or Joaz? I'm not too sure. Lorata is a social worker, student affairs at TVET College and higher education. That's great. Goodness, we really do. We are covering a wide range of career interests and fields here. So this is fantastic. Great. Okay. I don't want to, I want to kind of get started. As I said, tonight's going to be really just, although it is an intro, we are going to look at kind of the questions that are covered in the first learning unit. It's very low key. The first learning unit, it's really just kind of getting your mind around what is philosophy of education. Well, what is education, what is philosophy, and then what is philosophy of education. And then at the end, and I know that not everybody has done this, so it's really not a problem. It was just a fun thing that those who did have time and had access to VC Learn, that you designed an infographic for yourself just related to your teaching philosophy, and it's with specific attention to your opinion or your philosophy on assessments and motivating of your students. We will come back to that at regular intervals during the semester, because maybe not so much, the people who've done philosophy or that kind of like have that thought processing already going on, but you will find that by the end of the semester, the philosophy, your teaching philosophy that you have now is more than likely going to change. I think not so much in the way that you teach, but I just think in maybe your purpose and the why, maybe more the why as opposed to the way. So great, let's then move on. So what I want to start with tonight is, if you have your cell phone near you, if you want to just quickly scan that QR code, and it's just a fun poll to find out how everybody is feeling right now. And so if you do have your phone handy, you can scan that and just quickly take the poll. I'll take a few seconds, minute maybe. Okay, we've got 9 people responded, 12. Let's see if we can get the whole group to respond. I don't know if you all have your cell phones with you. You're not seeing a QR code. Okay, Vanessa, can you see the slide? Can you see the slide that says quick poll on how you're feeling? Oh, yes. If you're on the WhatsApp group, whoever is, can they just take a photo of it? I could probably put it. I don't know if I can put it in the chat. I haven't done that before. Now you're stretching my technology here. Okay, can you see it now? So far we've got 21 people responded. It's good to see that over 40% are excited, 5% are frustrated. I suppose the technology is not working, then frustration is definitely an emotion that's going to be there. Okay, I'm going to give you another minute to respond. Got 22 people. See if we can at least get to 30. Hi, Alex. Are you able to see the slide? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I thought you disappeared.
Okay, goodness gracious, but we are being challenged here tonight. I'm going to see if I can get this slide. You know what I think the problem is, and this is something I'm not going to do again. I've never done it like this before, but I wanted to do it like this tonight because I wanted you all to share your infographics. I made everyone a moderator, which those of you who've worked in Collab Blackboard will realize is probably the first thing you learn not to do. But I really wanted you all to be able to share your infographics. So I'm going to now try. I don't know why this doesn't want to share my. Something has gone wrong. Unless I have to. Oh, you know what? Don't worry. Just it's really not important right now. I don't want to waste your time. I could just go out and start this again. Which I really don't want to do because this is now seriously unprofessional. And I do apologize to all of you. No shame, George. I'm not going to do that to you. Look, tonight is really not. Yeah, all I really wanted to go through with you tonight was, and we could do this without a slideshow, without a presentation. I just wanted to have a discussion around what is education, and philosophy, and what do you think is the philosophy of education, and all that I was going to ask you to do was to just kind of put your comments on the screen. But now that we don't have a screen, so oh, there we go, we're getting somewhere. Oh, there we go. Great. I think I'm going to manage to share this file now. But okay, let's just chat this through because as I said, this is incredibly unprofessional, and please accept my apology. I'm being very honest when I say this has never happened to me before, but then I've also never ever made everyone a moderator, which was not the most intelligent thing to do. Ah, there we go. Can you see this slide? Great. Okay, so I'm not going to do this one because we've kind of already done this. It is just, again, a QR code that's going to take you to a Padlet, where you could then just quickly type in who you are, where you're from. But I think I'm going to skip over this one because a lot of you have already introduced yourselves, and I don't want to take up. Yeah, I want us to finish on time. Okay, then just quickly some house rules. Really simple, and if you can come up or think of any more, please pop them in the chat. But be on time. Okay, I'm pointing 9 of my fingers back to me. Be on time and make sure your technology is working. I promise I did do all that. And then obviously if you're not speaking, just mute your mic. But we all know these, you can't see or hear anything. No. Thing is, if Liesel is going to refresh, then I think it's going to refresh everyone again. Oh, goodness, people. Maybe what I should do is just quickly, I wonder if it'll let me do that. I'm going to remove you all as moderators. And that maybe that's going to sort out all the problems. I feel so bad about this, really. TT, please talk to me.
Hi, Dr. Salim. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, thank you. Now, I think those who can't see the live and they might have a problem with sound. When we are moderators, we can actually we have more access. It's not because you made us moderators. Your own connection, like myself, I'm using a cell phone, but I'm still able to look at the small options here and then be able to click on your profile to actually have your Zoom or click on the slides, which are somewhere on the bottom left. You are able to see the slide. So when you click on it, it actually becomes full screen. And then let's talk about sound.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it has to do with maybe the connection. They can leave and then come back. It usually solves the problem. So again, by the way, the introduction, I'm 50. I'm lecturing at the Rosebank brand under the IIT. So yeah, they just the normal climbing of the education level. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Titi. Thank you for introducing yourself. Your sound was a little bit not 100%, but I think I kind of got the gist of it. But I think what I'm going to do is it does look like okay, Liesel can definitely not hear. Not I just want to tell her that I will email her the recording. Because I just don't want to waste everyone's time. Okay, so I'm going to carry on. For those of you that can see and that can hear, I honestly apologize to those. He doesn't think it's because I made everyone moderator. He seems to think it's connectivity issues. So yeah. If it's something I've done, I apologize. But as I said, this has never happened to me before. Just quickly say goodbye to Liesel. Oh goodness, if I can spell properly. No pressure. Okay, let's continue. So just a few house rules, but that's, just the normal kind of online things. TT, is this an old hand, or are you still wanting to add something?
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Actually, I could hear you properly there, so that's good. Okay, then just to quickly check that you've all navigated VC Learn and you understand where the module pacer is. The module pacer is there for you to kind of get not a kind of an idea, but an idea of what will be covered each week. You will notice on that module pacer that every second week there is a collab, and then the alternate weeks I will be uploading recordings. And because our storage capacity has kind of depleted itself, we now have to upload our videos, our recordings of a session onto a YouTube channel, and the link for this particular module's YouTube channel, can't say that very quickly, is also on the module pacer. So so after tonight, I will upload tonight's recording, although it's going to be really all over the show. You'll have to, you'll have to blot out a lot of the stuff in between. But I will upload it onto there, and then you can view it from there. If you do have any problems, you've all got my email. Please communicate with me as often and when you want, when you need to. I don't have a problem. Oh, did you manage to get to the Padlet? Was that George? If we have time at the end, George, we can go back and do that because it's quite fun just to type up something about yourself. George, you come across as those in the classroom at school, those those students who test the boundaries at every opportunity they can. But I love students like that. Just on our toes. Okay, I'm putting my email address into the chat. And as I say, you are welcome to email me. I mostly 99% of the time reply within 24 hours. So if you have any problems, you can honestly just contact me. I'd rather you do that straight away than you build up frustration, and that's not good for anyone. Definitely not in philosophy. That the ICE tasks, I will load them up under more resources. Can it be deleted? And so if you need if you need to find out about your ICE. I'm going to get back to the ICE task 1 that is on there already. I'll chat about that a bit later in the session. But is everybody okay with navigating VC Learn? Again, obviously, if you're not on VC Learn yet, that will be a problem. But if you want to, and if you're not sure, then you can just let me know. Great. Thanks, everyone. So just let me know if you are battling. Okay, so that's VC Learn. And then just really, and I don't know if you all now have access, but I'm sure you do. At the top of your screen, there's a little text button tool. Okay, somebody's playing around with the slides. If you can just click on that and just type a one sentence, what you think is philosophy. What is philosophy? When you hear the word philosophy, obviously people like Dr. Claire and people like that are going to kind of give us the true philosophical, scientific, perfect definition of what is philosophy. But for the rest of us, what do you see? What do we see? What do you think of if somebody says to you, "Oh, I'm going to study philosophy"? What do you think that it's about? Okay, 2 minutes. Oh no, 2 minutes. Oh no, what are you guys doing? Oh, this is going to go down as one of my best online collabs, that's for sure. Okay, here we go. Somebody needs to type here. Okay, so we've got, oh great, here we've got some answers. The love of wisdom, some ideas we ponder about, thinking about the existence of things, the science of things, study of behavior, knowledge. Which is a feminist philosopher. Reasoning, friend of wisdom, thinking behind the doing. I like that one. Now these are some good sentences. Well done. I think you guys are ladies and feminist philosopher. Study of theories, knowledge. Study of beliefs and attitudes. Yes, thank you, sir. Study of theories and knowledge. Thinking behind the doing. Exploring logic, truth, nature, questioning everything about life and the universe. That has to be the feminist philosopher there. No, I'm joking. Well done. These are good. Yes, these are good. These are good. So you're not completely off the topic. As I said, philosophy is pretty much one of those things where, yeah, if you have a good thought processing, good arguments, then you're basically doing philosophy. Okay, I was definitely insulting you there, Claire. These are good. Well done. Yes, collection of beliefs about reality. It's just all about life questions, really. I like that. Questions about life. That's exactly what it is in a nutshell. Questions about life, about everything to do with life. These are really good. Okay, so then now that you kind of have an idea of what philosophy is, what would your definition be of okay, you're very funny. No, we won't say anything. We'll just completely quietly admire your input. Guiding principle behavior. Yes, yeah, it's just kind of whenever you sitting and pondering about something, that's pretty much philosophy. It's kind of where all knowledge started, I suppose. But this is good. This is very good. Okay, so the next slide, I want you to tell me then, having all of that information or that kind of idea of what philosophy is, what is then philosophy of education? Why? Okay, now let's not do the why just yet. What is philosophy of education? Okay, Taryn says it's the study of wisdom. Taryn, are you the idols the idols person, right? Taryn won some idols competition somewhere. Bloemfontein, I remember, if I remember correctly? I think it's pretty cool. So we have a doctor in philosophy. There's another PhD on this. I think it's a PhD in law or something. Is it Dr. Praveen? Yeah. So we've got idols champ, and we've got all these PhDs and yeah, people in IT and people in photography. I think this is just an amazing, very talented group. I agree with you. Right, so let's do philosophy of education. Anybody want to tell me what is the philosophy of education? Mindset, understanding of concepts, cultivation of curiosity, study of education, systematic processing of knowledge and practice, understand how we do things, set of educational theories we can adopt in our teaching, study of education. Yeah, these are all good. Understand how we do things, set of educational theories we can adopt in our teaching, study of education. Yeah, these are all good answers. Sure, some of you can type really fast. Studying the why of education, understanding, developing concepts, thinking about what is the foundation of learning and teaching. These are really good answers. I don't actually think you guys need to do this course. I think you are superstars. I think I'll just give you your final assignment and you'll be fine. Understanding various individuals' beliefs, values about education, yes. Moral thinking, yes. There's definitely a moral element in the philosophy of education. Ethics in education is quite a big thing, actually. So often you're caught between your morals and your beliefs and what is expected of you. Encouraging the asking of what, how, why, understanding what we teach and how students learn to improve it. That's a good one. It's a good one. Thinking about what is the fun, we've got that one. Mindset and understanding of concepts, a guide of principles that educators can share or help students. Yes, set of education. I think I've read mostly exploring way of thinking belief within education. Yes, understanding various individuals. This is good. Well done. It's basically the philosophy of education is exactly what you guys have put on the screen, and it's and I like there was one year that said the why, something about the why of education. So it's not so much, it's understanding the why, I think, before educating. So if we understand what education is, then philosophy of education is understanding why. Why do we educate? And then that leads us to what and how. But it's well done. Thank you. That was good engagement, good involvement there. And if we think about why we then have to study philosophy of education, it's really just so that we can, as educators and lecturers, that we can stay ahead of what is going, whatever is educationally sound, so that because education is continually, well, not education, but our students are continually having different needs and different ways of what constitutes education for them. And education is continually evolving. So it's good. Philosophy of education helps us to keep abreast of all of that. And it helps us by understanding the history and the theories behind education, that it gives a better understanding for us and what our roles are actually. So that basically the impact that we have will be sound and it will be constructive. Does anybody else want to add anything to why why do this course? Why study the philosophy of education? I know it's called approaches to education, but it really is just philosophy of education. Anybody else want to add a reason why? Okay, not okay. See different avenues of teaching. Yes, absolutely. Frank, I like your answer to improve ourselves as lectors because that is what we need to be doing all the time, reflecting, reflecting, reflecting. Better understanding for both us and the students. We need to know why so that we can follow where we are going. Yes, gives us purpose. Brilliant. Self-reflection. Brilliant. Eve, yeah. Open up ourselves to all different approaches. I like that. Open to new concepts, reflect on our teaching. Exactly. No, you guys you're nailing this. So you clearly understand the bigger picture of what this module is really all about. And to me, that's quite important. I remember when I did, oh, again, many, many years ago, philosophy of education. I'll never ever forget the first lecture because I had absolutely no idea where we were going. It was a lot of big words that were just thrown in, all these typical philosophical words, and it was just it was like a minefield. And I just thought if I ever got to lecture what is philosophy of education, that I would try and make it, guys, please stop playing with the slides, that I would make it that you see the bigger picture first, because then when we go in and we talk about existentialism and perennialism and social constructivism, it's not just random concepts, but that you've got something to hook them onto. Okay, Praveen, Dr. Praveen, one's beliefs and conviction shapes one's teaching. Yes, absolutely. And that is exactly why we are doing this course, because the over the over the length, the duration of the semester, you're going to be learning about different philosophical theories as they relate to education. They're not new, philosophical approaches, but we are going to look at them through the perspective of education, through the education filter. And once we understand how these theories have developed, what they mean, it's also going to give us a clearer understanding of exactly, as Dr. Praveen says, where are we? What makes me teach this way and somebody else teach another way? What is driving my teaching style? What am I passionate about? Because that's what's going to come out in your lecturing. And it's good to know where you are within that entire that massive spectrum of a massive spectrum of all the different theories of philosophy. It's good to know exactly where you stand, how eclectic you are, what are you wanting to absorb or internalize of the different philosophies, and then you create your philosophy. And what I really wanted to also tonight is that you share your philosophy with us and see how it develops and how it grows over the next 6 months, because that is actually quite exciting. Right, so that then takes us to sharing of your philosophy. Now, I don't expect you all to have done the infographic. That was just like a fun thing that I would just add in there. So if you have done infographic, then now's the time to share your screen, which is why I've made everybody moderators to my own detriment. But if you don't want to actually share your infographic, you can maybe just share your philosophy if you have an idea of what it is. I know a lot of people like to have a metaphor and say, as a lecturer, I am the gardener and I work around my students, making sure that they are um, rooted in good soil and that they get watered, etc., etc. So everybody has their own idea of their metaphor, but if you do, whatever, you just share whatever you feel is your philosophy at this stage. Lerato, understand. Okay, that's not you. That was still the previous one. Okay. Malika, yes, I hope I got that right. To venture and adapt to the ever-changing concept within the education sector. Is that your philosophy, or is that your philosophy of education? Probably the philosophy of education. George, philosophy: give a man a fish, you feed him for a day; teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Yes, George, good one. That is definitely one of the golden oldie philosophies of education. Anybody else like to share their philosophy? Oh, Taryn, you got the infographic. Okay, great. Are you going to share it with us?
Hi, I can't share it. I don't know if you can hear
Okay.
me.
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm just
So
gonna
you go
try.
to share content. I'm going to take my file off
Do I
quickly.
select share application screen?
Yes, that's it.
All right.
I'm just going to see if I need to remove mine.
I don't know if you can see it.
There we go. Now we can. Well, we can see you. There we go. There we go. Now we can. Well, we can see you. There we go. It's moving. Yes, there we go. Oh,
I'm just
fantastic.
zooming in. I try to use as much color as possible because
Oh, this is fantastic. Well done. Okay, so you've got a
I use
definition
for
and a
questions and
purpose.
yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And you
And then I've got
involving everyone in your, this is fantastic. Well done. Oh, so cool.
personal
I love
philosophy is using
technology.
motivation, enthusiasm, learning, and whatever technology is applicable. But that's also because I actually meant tools there. And
Okay,
then the
okay.
role of a lecturer is to provide the student with anything that they're able to use, assist, or guide for
That is
doing
fantastic.
well.
I love that picture. That is
That's how I
great.
use them.
Well done. Yeah, no, well done. That
Thank
is
you.
really awesome. Thank you, Taryn. Thank you very much. Is there anyone else who'd like to share theirs? And Mr. Bain, you have your hand up. I'm not too sure how to address you because you're
Hi, Shani.
yes, hi.
Yeah, sorry.
Is it Bain?
Yes, Bain. I was a student at
Okay.
Vega, so it automatically filled in
Oh,
the
I see.
the Mr. part.
Okay, that makes sense. All good.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yes, you
share my infographic now.
okay.
Tara and I actually have been chatting because we're in the same group together. So we've had quite a few discussions about this as well. Can you see it?
Yes, brilliant. Yes,
Okay,
we
cool.
can.
For those that don't know, you can zoom in with a little magnifying glass in the top right corner because I see now that my text is quite little. But yeah, so
Yeah,
I said
no, that's
the
perfect.
purpose of education was having learners acquire their knowledge and gaining skills to develop their full potential. And then philosoph
Excellent.
sorry, I have a lisp, so it's a little bit hard to say some
Oh,
things.
no, that's no problem. No, that's good.
So
All cool.
philosophy of education, I thought was the combining of the nature of education and combining with the aims and problems of our students. And then
Oh, that's fantastic.
for the philosophy that we chose, I thought we were like going with the theories of education. So I teach software, which is very much constructivism, and
Oh,
you
yes.
teach step one and then step two, step three. So that's how I approach education, really.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, it would be very difficult to do it in any other way, especially in IT. That's fantastic. No, well done. Oh man, this is great. Gee, it's so cool to see that you guys got this right. Well done. I love it. Thank you, Ben. Anybody else? Ben's on the game. That's really great. I'm gonna quickly go back. Share. I'm gonna share mine. Mine is like really Mickey Mouse. I did it quickly because I wasn't too sure if anybody was going to have anything to share. So I thought, let me just quickly do one. So it's going to be very quick. So I think for me, and it was something that as a teacher was something that I struggled and battled with every day is that I completely believe that all students learn, they will all learn and succeed, but not all in the same way, not all on the same day. And that is pretty much my philosophy in a nutshell. And I had to leave the education system because of that, because I could no longer watch these poor little children who really were not part of the, were not meant to be in the sausage machine and were not meant to be forced into a box and into a way of thinking at that particular time. So, yeah, that's kind of the core of my philosophy. And then, I really just, it's all about engaging the students. Helping them to get to a place where they are able to do higher order thinking, compete with themselves and not with the people, other students in the class, rather focus on self-assessment, providing constructive feedback and using feedback as learning moments. So so it's that was, let me just quickly take this off and go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, so great. Thank you for those that took part in this. And there's another one. Hang on, here's another one. Can we share this one? Let's see. Great. Who is this one? This is anonymous. Does somebody want to take ownership of the, oh, there we go.
How to share, and I actually didn't realize I had shared it, so we can move swiftly.
Yeah, it popped up here, so that's good. No, well done. Is this Leanne? Yes, it is Leanne. Yes. Okay. So take us through your infographic, Leanne.
I'm going to be very quick because I think we've got 3 minutes left in this session.
Yeah, we've got 3 minutes. Yeah, that's good. No problem.
And it's really just my understanding is about just creating experiences and allowing people to have experiences and creating that platform. And then obviously, I had a look at the 4 questions, and obviously it was about understanding the different cultures and diversity and making sure that people felt safe in the environment so that they can learn. And that pretty much in a nutshell kind of says what it is here.
Okay. No, well done. I love your style. The whole looks really very well done. No, this is good. You guys, I think we must get everybody else to do this as well so that we can see all these different infographics. Maybe we can create I don't know, collage or something with it. But well done, people. Thank you so much for doing that. I know it's not easy to, I don't know, maybe some of you've done this before, but if you haven't, then well done for stretching yourself in the technology department. Okay, so I don't want to keep us too long after 7. I'm going to maybe ask if you will give me grace for 2 or 3 minutes, just because my technology in the beginning was not so good. But I just want to quickly, there's just one more, and we don't have to do this now, but it's going to take a few minutes, just a fun thing to do. It's just a little, quiz. It's 15 questions or something, and it's just a quiz to see how much you actually know about philosophy. So if you want to take it, if you want to scan in the code, I just need to quickly start it. So if you want to join, then I can just start. I can start the quiz. I think you need to join first before it'll let me start it, and then you can just take the quiz and see how you do. If you are if you're under time pressure and you don't have another 2 or 3 minutes, then I will really excuse you because I don't really want to go over time. But this is just a fun thing to do. So can you all see the QR code? Okay, so if you join, then I'm going to quickly start it. It's still waiting for people to join. Okay, you're able to take it. Is it working? Okay, I see there are some people on. Okay, great. The link. You don't understand. This just getting this QR code here linked to this quiz was already stretching me way beyond my normal, comfortable technical levels. Oh, Bane. Oh, gee. Okay. Obviously, you are young and born with all this. Some I don't know. You're obviously young, Bane. I'm gathering that, or younger. Let me say,
Yeah,
because I wouldn't have
the
known how to
the
do that. There you go.
the,
See,
the ask
you
task
guys.
on Gen Z was a little bit uh introspective, you could say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was born in
Yes. No.
2000, so
Well, there you go. Okay, well, I'm glad I have one of you on in the group because in my lectures I also use the Gen Z people a lot because really somehow you guys just I don't know, you just I don't know, you get it without even having to think. You know, we have to like really process this. Okay, so now why are you able to actually take the quiz? 'Cause it looks like it's telling me that I have to start it, but I don't know where to. Yeah, it says I have to start it, but I cannot actually see where. Ach, maybe we'll just leave this for another time when I can actually do this properly. This was a lastminute.com thing that I put in this afternoon because I thought it would be a cool thing to do with the younger members in the team, but clearly, okay, guys, I'm going to apologize now because I don't know how to start this. It's, yeah, okay. 90s. Oh goodness, there's so many. Oh, you guys are all very young. Okay, you're all very young. But okay, sorry about that. I'm going to end this now and so that we can end closer to 7. I will try this again, I promise, because I've seen it work and it is a lot of fun. I've just obviously missed a connection somewhere, so apologies for that. Thank you so much. And this was a very rocky start. Really, this is very unusual, and it's thrown me off my game a bit because, yeah, normally technology works like like it's supposed to, but I apologize. And yeah, it's a very rocky first session. But thank you so much for your patience and your grace. And I will see you all in hear you all in 2 weeks' time. I will upload this tonight's recording as well as a recording next week. So just watch your VC Learn announcements, etc., and then, oh yes, your ICE task that is due on the 3rd of April, I think. It's really just go through the questions as they are. You just have to read through 3 articles, little paragraphs. You choose one and then you just analyze it according to those criteria that it gives you. It's really not complicated. And then you can just, yeah, upload it onto VC Learn. But thank you so much. Enjoyed meeting you all. I know it was very rushed and there's quite a few of you, but I appreciate your attendance and have a great evening further.
Sorry, Dr. Stain.
Yes, talk to me.
I just quickly wanted to find out. So I know with the other module, the TLHE, we do our ICE tasks as like groups. I wanted to find out, is that the same for the APPE?
Oh, yes. Was it you that emailed me? Somebody emailed me about groups. I don't I don't normally, but actually you raise a valid point because this is quite a big group. The group I had last year, I think they were only, I think it was under 20. So, is it Apele that's speaking? Let
Yes.
me
Yes.
think about it, and then
All right.
I will pop an announcement, but I'm not against that actually because I think it would make a lot of sense. I'm just thinking that I tell you what my hesitation is that not everyone has. I suppose they could just collaborate online. They don't have to be. One
No
group
pressure.
project,
You
please.
can think about it, and then if you want to do the same, you can just kindly let
Yeah,
us
I'm
know.
just thinking if you already so okay, so you have already been put into groups in the THLE
Yes.
module.
Yes, they
Okay, well,
allocated
if you're
us.
happy to, oh, all right. Well, if you've been allocated, then that kind of removes my hesitation. Yes, then go ahead. I see some people are wanting it to leave it as an individual task. I
Okay.
tell you what.
Yeah,
I tell you
I
what.
was just asking, Claire. I was
No, no,
just
no, it's a good
asking.
question. I tell you what, for the next one, I will keep that in mind that you
All
have
right.
already been divided into groups. So let's leave it as individual tasks for a task for now, and then I will
Okay.
maybe do a poll at our next uh, collab to find out who would like to do it in groups.
Fantastic.
So yeah, okay. But thank you
Fantastic.
for the question. Great.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Shirley. Have a
Awesome. All
lovely
right. So
evening.
individual it is for this time around. A pleasure. Pleasure. It was nice meeting you all. And yes, again, apologies for the very bumpy start. George, did you still want to say something? No? Oh, you posted. Okay. I'm going to have to go watch this blog now. I shall remove it, George. Don't worry. I will delete it, I promise. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you.